for you coming over here to the East Coast in this heat and humidity?
Well, it's actually not too different because I'm born in Peoria, Illinois. I moved to Texas in 2011, and then after high school I went to California for 3 years. And so I mean, coming back here, it's kind of Kentucky gave me like a Midwest Southern type of vibe, and that's kind of what I grew up off of. So the humidity, cold winters, ice roads. I'm not new to it, so I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like it though. Be able to sleep at night, and then, actually, I'm looking forward to some snow. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm sure they told you about the legacy of the Big Blue Wall, and one of the reasons they went out and brought you in here. So, how comfortable are you in this offense now that you've had a couple weeks under you?
Oh yeah, most definitely, it's comfortable. Be able to build the chemistry with the old linemen. That's the main thing. Being able to just build that and be able to, just go in and understand that it's not only from a place of love. So when somebody's correcting you, they're only trying to, do what's best for you. And another thing, Coach Cohan and Coach Yenzer, be able to get their feedback, with film and be able to make my corrections. It's been nothing but, great benefits from it.
You got basically 4 starters back, and then you got a guy like Eli that's kind of the general in the room, or whatever you want to say. But how have you guys meshed together, and how is this coming together as a group?
We're tight, man. I love those guys. It's just like I said, I just emphasize on brotherhood. Getting closer and closer to them, especially during this time with fall camp, where we're like 12, 13 hours a day. Getting extra work in. Just really because, like I said, we're trying to go past that standard. The Big Blue Wall. Keep Devin clean, and whatever it takes. We're willing to do it.
There's a lot of talk around this program, culture. What was it about that culture, if anything, that you saw before deciding to come here that said this is an attractive potential spot for me?
Just coming here, just being up, getting welcomed with open arms, and they are how they treat your family. And they treated my family with nothing but love, genuine respect, and I felt like it was just nothing but that in return for me. So when I came down here, understanding Kentucky's legacy and my ability to come help and improve that, no matter what it is, I feel like I can basically take on any challenge.
Cool.
They had a pretty big need for you here, too. Did you sense that from the amount of attention?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's why I'm here. So, be able to help on that. That's, be able to fill those shoes. I'm the best one for it. Yes, sir.
Is there any pressure that goes along with that? There's a lot of focus and spotlight kind of on the O-line as we get into the season.
Yes, sir. I say pressure breaks pipes, but it ain't going to break me, most definitely. It's only going to, motivate me to reach my purpose and my goal in life.
It seems like every team needs an offensive tackle out of the portal. Just what is that process like when you're one of the top ones available? How much is your phone blowing up? How much are you hearing from teams?
Crazy to say. I didn't even, compared to high school, I didn't necessarily dive into the recruiting aspect of it as like I did in high school, because I kind of knew what to expect. So I kind of let my dad take care of a lot of that, and I deleted Twitter actually, and when I re-downloaded Twitter, I went to my messages and seen basically everybody that was trying to get in contact with me. But I was like, that's God saying something, because Kentucky found my dad and they found me. I just thought it was just bound to happen.
When you look at a program like Kentucky, they have this offensive line reputation so strong over the last decade, but they really struggled last year. How do you see that as motivation to get back to that? Do you just kind of look at it as your own?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like it's just a motivation within the group. You know what I'm saying? Because we are, as the O-line go. We're the trenches in the heart of the group. And we're not trying to have a repeat of basically last year. So that's only going to build grit, determination, and motivation for the upcoming season.
How's still living in Lexington compared to living in LA?
I mean, I'd say it's more peaceful out here. Yeah. Less distractions. Of course, it got its benefits. Then LA got their benefits, but Lexington, Kentucky brings what Lexington, Kentucky brings. Los Angeles brings what Los Angeles brings, and being here, I don't regret it at all.
You're one of several transfers who come from historic programs who have all this history. Kentucky obviously doesn't have quite that much, but they have their own identity. We've heard Coach Stoops talk a lot about what we do here. How have you all adapted to that, their culture?
you know, adapting to their culture. Basically, we're trying to, you know, abide basically by the standard, you know, and like I say, go past that standard and just reach our limits because, you know, come in, day out, you know, just building the chemistry within the brothers. You never know how far we can go. And so as long as we have that same goal and that mentality and that same vision, you know, I feel like we're all going to be basically as one team, one heartbeat, and be able to reach our goals.
Thanks, Courtland. Appreciate that.
A lot of schools, you know, quarterbacks, obviously, running backs and receivers are the big star headline players. Kentucky's kind of had this special thing going for a few years where O-linemen kind of become fan favorites and stars. Have you heard much about that and kind of the love for the Big Blue Wall?
Yeah, man. You know, being a part of Big Blue Wall, it's an honor. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor and it's a privilege. You know, because there's others that came before me. You know, I'm just trying to continue that legacy and even build. So, you know, being a part of the Big Blue Wall, you know, and whoever accepts it, you know, is more of a blessing, most definitely.
What's been the biggest adjustment since getting here, just to life in general?
Life in general, biggest adjustment. How would I say? Biggest adjustment probably, you know, left to right. You know, other than the living, kind of everything was kind of familiar for me. But like on the field, you know, moving from left to right. You know what I'm saying? To be, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the biggest adjustment because coming from SC, playing left tackle for 3 years, now I'm coming, you know, trying to be able to start the right tackle. You know what I'm saying? So be able to hone in and basically just perfect my craft and make my right even better than my left. You know,
Is it like your feet that has to make that adjustment first? Walk me through it as a non-lineman and what the biggest difference. Because to an average fan, they probably think, you just line up here, you line up there.
It's more than that. Play calls is the opposite side. You know, you usually stagger your left leg. Now you're staggering your right leg. You know, and you have a jab with your left. Now you got a jab with your right. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, that it'll come basically all the same, but in reality, you just got to flip everything. Like I said, analogy, I said it several times, it's like wiping your butt with your opposite hand. You know, basically doing everything with your opposite hand. But, like, most definitely, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to move, get my right side as comfortable on my right, to my left side. It's a challenge, and not a lot of people can do that. You know, and be able to step in and be able to transition from left to right, and you know, be comfortable at right. You know, it's been most definitely it's been the main goal for sure.
You see this as any kind of maybe an advantage for you? I'm sure you have some aspirations maybe to continue playing after college, and guys who can do a lot of different things are highly sought after.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like that it'll just, you know, benefit me because I'm thinking long term. I'm not just thinking of my college career. I'm thinking far past that, you know, and stepping in the right tackle. I'm automatically thinking, what are the scouts, what are the coaches going to ask me right when I step into the league? And it's that question is, can you play any other position other than that position you're playing that we're basically getting after for? And, you know, I'm trying to basically put all that together, you know, put it on film that I can play right, left, you know, plug me in anywhere, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to fit.